目を覚ましたかい。それなのになぜ目も合わせやしないんだい。遅いよと怒る君、これでもやれるだけ飛ばしてきたんだよ。心が体を追い越してきたんだよ。君の髪や瞳だけで胸が痛いよ。同じ時を吸い込んで離したくないよ。遥か昔から知るその声に生まれて初めて何を言えばいい。君の全然前世から僕は君を探し始めたよ。その不吉祥な笑い方をめがけてやってきたんだよ。君が全部なくなってチリチリになったってもう迷わない。また一から探し始めるさ。むしろゼロからまた宇宙を始めてみようか。
All journeys come to a halt at a fork in the road, but doesn't mean the story ends there. For others, it may be the end, but for us, it is the start of a new chapter in a new story. But there, before we go down that road, let's review what we learned in the previous task. May this video presentation motivate you to do what we are obligated to do, regardless of the circumstances. Our mission is to eliminate ignorance. Let me say #padayon with this.
Before we proceed to the discussion, let me state first the intended learning outcomes. At the end of this activity, the FEC students must be able to achieve the following intended learning outcomes. First is to identify the social roles and functions of a teacher to promote harmonious relationship with learners, parents, school, and the wider community. Second is to understand and appreciate the importance of school-community partnership in the educative process. And three is to recognize the importance of teachers assuming responsibility for personal growth and professional development for lifelong learning.
On the observation report, we have given a chance to interview a faculty from LAS or Laboratory Integrated School and a principal from DepEd. First, we have interviewed Dr. Domingo Laud, a principal from San Pedro Apartado National High School, Alcala, Pangasinan. Dr. Laud has been in the service for 30 years already. Here are the data and information we have gathered during our interview. As a teacher or principal for several years, what are your personal attributes that you possess which helps you achieve your position today?
First of which, of course, will always be your right attitude. As a teacher, you will always be defined not by your academic accomplishments, but by the kind of attitude that you display as a person and as a public servant. It will always determine your height. It will always determine your future. And in like manner, it will become an indicative factor into becoming a school leader. So first, that I can always be proud of is the right kind of attitude towards work, which I have learned from my parents. Second attitude will always be living the life of a dreamer. Dreaming will give you a vantage point to finally not to escape reality, but for you to find means that there will always be a greater day ahead of you. Today, you may be confronting a lot of problems, but tomorrow will always be a great reason for all of us to hope. So if you would like to hope for a better tomorrow, don't wait for tomorrow to come. Let today be your tomorrow, and your happiness will start today, not the day ahead of you.
In connection to that matter, what are your professional attributes you possess as a teacher or principal?
first qualification that you've got to live as a teacher is believe in the leader inside of you. If you will not find this kind of spirit, leadership inside your heart, you will never find confidence in doing things ahead of what you can merely perform. So if you would like to become a cut above the rest, you've got to believe that there is something good in you. But don't try to compete with other persons. Compete only with what you have. Because by the time that you have risen above your limitations, you are readily available to compete with whatsoever thing comes ahead in your life. So if you would wish to become a better person, find that leader inside of your heart. You will always be motivated internally to do things greater than what others expect from you. Don't fit yourself with the expectations of your neighbors. Try to find ways that you will always be better than what other people expect from you. So this leadership thing inside your heart. Second of which is, I am a visionary. As what I've said a while back, in my private life, I keep on dreaming. But when I dream for my school, it will always be a vision. To become a leader is, you've got to bring your people to a certain point in life where they thought they cannot become. But with your kind of inspiration and leadership, naturally, your people will reach heights they have not achieved before. So you've got to become a visionary. And third is, I need to walk my talk. I keep on talking, but I need to keep on walking likewise. Meaning to say, if I need to reach milestones, I have to take the first bold step of my life. So every day is an opportunity for me to come closer to my dreams. Whatever age I may reach, whatever destination this life will bring me into, I will always be that kind of fellow where I started my life. Live simply, but dream a lot.
Being a teacher and a principal for several years, what are the notable awards you have received?
Naging outstanding school head ako sa implementation ng social studies programs natin. Naging top notcher ako sa national qualifying exam for school principal. Naipasa ko yung Career Executive Service exam ng Career Executive Service Board with a rating of 85.10. Tapos last 2019, I was conferred Career Executive Service eligibility open for third level position ng Career Executive Service Board. Accredited din ako na National Facilitator ng National Educators Academy of the Philippines. So regular tayo nung okay pa yung face-to-face na-invite ng NAIAP, national at regional, upang mag-facilitate sa mga seminars ng mga participants natin ay school heads. Ako rin, until now, ang tournament manager sa palarong pambansa, basketball elementary competition. Yan na lang, brief na lang.
Researches conducted, doctor's degree, challenges in school leadership and management focus on recruitment, selection, and promotion.
What are the extension activities you have already conducted?
Nung okay pa yung face-to-face na activities natin, nagkataon kasi na mataas yung inclination ko sa sports management. In fact, nung nasa PSU pa kami, dyan kami nag-endeavor. Nung years kasi namin, pwede pa yung major at minor. Kaya ang specialization ko ay SOCSI. Tapos ang minor ko actually is physical education. Kasi involved ako sa basketball. Nahilig tayo ron. Kaya nung naging teacher na rin ako dito sa bayan namin, yun yung madalas na ginagawa ko. In fact, nakapag-hold kami ng about 17 years na Mayor's Cup. Ito ay funded ng local government unit ng about 100,000 pesos ang ibinubuhos ng mayor namin yearly dito. Inter-secondary basketball tournament ang term namin doon. Nung nakita namin na nag-grow na kami kasi dahil sa Mayor's Cup na ginagawa namin, yung school namin ang nag-re-represent ng division ng Pangasinan to pala sa regional meet sa basketball. sa secondary boys and girls. At ang pinaka-best accomplishment ng school namin, naging first runner-up kami sa palarong pambansa, sa Palaro Davao. Ang nakalaro namin doon ay National Capital Region. Isa itong record na hindi na-accomplish pa ng iba dito sa ating region. Nung nakita rin namin na nag-grow na kami sa Mayor's Cup, lumabas na kami sa public secondary schools na naglalaro lang. Nag-organize na ako ngayon ng inter-agency basketball tournament at Liga ng Kabataan. So prominente, yun yung siklo na ginagawa na namin sa bayan. Nagko-contribute kami sa Human Resource Mobilization Program ng local government unit. So pagdating ng sports competition, humbly, tayo yung nakakapag-organize. Second to that na nangyayari na extension namin ay sa school, nung nasa Cipriano pa ako, nag-launch kami ng isang festival sa bayan. Kasi napakaganda palagi na pagka-Alcala Day, meron kaming festivity na nangyayari, yung drum and lyre competition. So ang ginawa ko nito, 4 years back, nag-seek ako ngayon ng approval, gumawa ako ng paper. Pina-approve namin yung program na ito sa Department of Tourism, yung Tukar Festival ng Alcala. So 4 years ago, na-launch namin yung first Tukar Festival ng Alcala. At dinagsa talaga ng mga tao ito kasi week-long yung celebration na nangyari. Pagka sa school naman, dahil sa inspiration na ito, si Maan, performer yan. Nag-launch kami sa school ng isang community festival na hinarness namin yung talent ng mga bata upang lahat ng mga parents and communities ay makita nila kung gaano kasaya ang maging isang estudyante.
We have also interviewed Mr. Ronan Mendoza from the Faculty of LAS, a MAPE teacher, and has been practicing his profession for almost a year already. Here are the data and information we have gathered during our interview. As a teacher or principal for several years, what are your personal attributes that you possess which helps you achieve your position today?
We have this commonly used term in professional education, the individual differences. So each person has unique personalities, and that those personalities could contribute to a person. And for me, my personal qualities, I think that brings me where I am right now. I am a person of being a competent because I wanted to finish all the work assigned or the task assigned to me, and I am not just finishing it at the mediocre level but trying my best to finish that work at my peak performance or at my best.
In connection to that matter, what are your professional attributes you possess as a teacher or principal?
For me, my professional attributes are, of course, as a teacher, I should, because it's according to my own standards, my professional standards for myself. So, for me, me as a professional teacher, I should be, of course, competent, be always embody the core values of the institution, following also the code of ethics, and just like that. And of course, there are some changes. As a teacher, you have to think twice. Kailangan mong mag-isip muna kasi there are some personal attributes of yourself na maaaring hindi appropriate sa paningin ng ibang tao. But in order for you to avoid issues regarding such matters, especially in social media. Of course, you have these personal attributes. For example, myself, pumasok ako sa world of pageantry, kung aware kayo. And obviously, in a world of pageantry, of course, it's liberating. Of course, when I was in college, I mean, not always, it's okay for me to post photos showing more skin, but as a professional teacher in the present, of course, I have to think twice before posting it on social media. Would this be appropriate to post this, considering that I am a professional teacher? So there are some personal attributes of myself that I apply as a teacher, and of course that there are some personal attributes that I don't apply, because that might affect my image as a professional teacher. Because we all know that teachers should be a role model.
Here are the social roles and function of a teacher. First, a teacher is a public servant to whom they render their service among their students. A teacher is also a community leader who leads development for the students in school by promoting the school programs, projects, and activities to the community and coordinating with stakeholders. A teacher is a visionary, someone who is actively innovates and construct ideas, someone who develops vision for the learners in the school, someone who constantly supports co-teachers and other staff in making it happen. Next, a teacher is a role model who provides image that is admirable to the eyes of his learners. A role model who guides and inspires his students with his wit, excellence, and commitment to his duty. Lastly, a teacher is a facilitator who supports learnings with design teaching tools and strategies, monitors the progress and encourages the students to engage in the learning processes.
Question number 1. How did the teacher conduct her action research work? According to Sir Mendoza, he said that he is currently working on his research entitled The Compliance of Pangasinan State University Bayambang Campus in Offering the Bachelor of Culture and Art Education program. He also said that he will going to gather first the information needed for his study and if it is being implemented. He will identify the administration if who are the qualified for the position, such as being the department chair or faculty. Additionally, he also mentioned about the curriculum. How will it be implemented? The facilities and equipment needed to aid learning, as well as the admission and retention policies, such as the guidelines on how to accept students. Furthermore, documentary analysis will also be conducted to be able to have research finding and recommendation.
Moreover, the research work of Dr. Laud is anchored to the challenges in school leadership and management, focusing on recruitment, selection, and promotion. It was conducted during his doctorate degree. After selecting a topic to be investigated or studied, collecting the data follows, then analyzing and interpreting the data gathered, and ultimately taking action. He also said that he was being challenged when he was still a teacher about the practices of school heads on the basis of recruitment of the teachers, such as if merit or fitness are being followed as what the civil service required, or are there any induction program when the teacher is already hired, and what alignment they used for teacher qualification.
Describe the extension project the teacher is involved. We did an interview with a teacher from our laboratory integrated school, which is Sir Ronan, and from a principal from DepEd, Dr. Domingo Laud. Sir Mendoza did mention about the extension project where he cooperated with, and it is the PSU ICT LGU Connect, wherein it is a program conducted to the 5 municipalities, Bayambang, Pasista, Alcala, Bautista, and Malasiki. He is one of the committee in this project that aims to help the students in the said municipalities address their issue in internet connectivity. And it also offers pre-printing of handouts or study guide to the students. On the other hand, Dr. Laud conducted extension projects such as the interagency sports, mainly the Mayor's Cup for 17 years, and the launching of the different festivals such as the Tukar, Sagodayan, and Community Festival, which aims to expose the students from different schools to participate in competition such as drum and lyre competition and others.
Analyze.
Question number 1. Does the school community engagement influence the educative process? Justify your answer. Yes, the school community engagement greatly influences the educative process. Now that we are in a new normal system of education, it is very much visible the partnership of school, community, or teacher and parents. The parents are now the one who assist their children in studying at home and to monitor the student performance. The teacher regularly communicates through video call or group chats. Aside from that, generously parents extend their help by donating school supplies like coupon band, ink, and even printer machine for the preparation of SLMS.
For question number 2. How would you report achievement or results to the bigger community? Based on our answers, the primary goal of reporting is to support student learning by informing students and parents about the school achievement and progress, as well as identifying areas for further development. To reach out the bigger community, it is much better to use social media platforms to report or announce any achievement. It is timely and effective, especially during this time of pandemic and for today's generation that we are living in a digital world wherein technologies become part of our day-to-day life. On the other hand, alternatives include the human-to-human transfer or using print materials such as posters, infographics that the community can understand is still acceptable.
Number 3. How do personal and professional skills of a teacher help in preparing his or her tasks or functions? A teacher must learn how to adapt and have patience to the environment. Teachers must also practice their decision making because their job is very crucial. One wrong move can affect their errands. Being a teacher urges many requirements, not only to be effective but also to be a respected teacher. So, personal skills and professional skills should be aligned together, allowing you to make proper judgment and decisions that will allow you to be classified as a quality, effective, and respected teacher.
And for reflection, question number 1 is a future teacher, how would you establish a good school community collaboration? How can you work well in the community? Well, as a future teacher, we plan to foster good school community collaboration by involving ourselves in the community and promoting learning in all aspects to all people. That learning should not stop in the four corners of the school but also continue outside the school. And that everyone who knows something, no matter how little or how much, should pass it on to everyone without humiliating and degrading one another. Because each individual in the community has knowledge that the others do not have. By instilling a love of learning in all the members of the community, not just teachers, strong, authentic community connections and actions in our point of view are the key to true education or school transformation. Young people achieve more in school, but learning experience will more nurture when families, community groups, businesses, and school work together to support learning.
Question number 2. Do you have any advice about how to invite stakeholders to engage in school community projects or activities?
Yes. Before inviting them, show some examples of finished projects and great achievements of students done in the past. We can do this during PTCA meetings and school programs. Elect officers by grade level so as to have a regular communications with the parents. Then after that, plan a project with the consensus of everybody. Speaking of school activities, they are much willing to support their children to join as long as they see that this will help them learn more and develop their talents.
Number 3. In the future, how will you enhance your personal and professional development? We do believe that education is a continuous process which we acquire knowledge and experience that will help further improve our skills in teaching profession. Through conducting research and dissertations, participating in the different trainings and webinars will help us enhance our skills. And last is the self-reflection. To further discuss, conduct of research is not new in the field of teaching, and us being a student experienced doing researches which were helpful in determining what teaching strategy works best for our future students. Moreover, trainings are also helpful in our future professional development because it provides opportunity to gain experiences and get to collaborate with other teachers as well. Lastly is the self-reflection. This one is also important in the development of personal and professional skill of a teacher because it allows us to be aware of ourselves and our surroundings and dissect our thoughts to help create meaningful outcomes.